All right, welcome back to some farm talk. What we have today is a little bit about Mexico and our trade relationship, specifically with corn. One topic that farmers in the United States will have to pay close attention to is the trade relationship between Mexico and the United States. The United States is one of the biggest suppliers to Mexico, and they are our biggest buyer. We sell about 47% of our corn to Mexico. And the reason why they're deciding to ban the product from entering their country is because they are genetically modified. This is not based on science. This is a leverage tool that they are trying to get something, maybe lower prices or something like that. Now, this does not bode well for either side, really, because whenever you're dealing with such a huge demand in the country, it will likely cause significant strain on the United States markets and U.S. farmers. It will also cause giant price increases in Mexico, which will dramatically affect the cost of living there, and it really has no benefit to them. In fact, it will harm them even more. So we're beginning to see trade relationships and trade, war uh, starting to happen. And this is one specific area in which farmers will have to pay close attention to, especially those who grow corn, because it will dramatically affect the prices that we face. So, why is it important to have GMO corn in America? Well, it has allowed us to grow a significantly higher yield than we were before. It allows us to plant 30,000 to 35,000 plants per acre as opposed to 8,000 plants per acre, in which they used to at a 45-inch spacing. We do it at a 30-inch spacing now. It also provides us with the ability to fight pests more efficiently, the ability to be resistant to weeds, the ability to have less water. Some of the corn that we grow does very, very well through heat and through very dry weather. So, one of the things that I want to show you is kind of what we look at whenever we're looking to purchase a new seed. And so, it doesn't stay the same all the time because there's always research going into the products that we buy and minor tweaks that help improve yields over time. They got rid of my favorite, which was 1828, but now I'm going to compare 1366 to 1222 AM. So here's kind of what we look at whenever we're reviewing a new crop or new corn seed to put in the ground. And it gives you kind of an overall um, view of how that plant's going to tolerate the area in which you are living in, like what diseases you may face and what pests might go into your field. Some do very well with fighting rootworm. A rootworm will bite into the corn and it will die and it will not reproduce. Also, there is a need for having a very good stock, especially in our area where we get high winds, where we get 80-mile-an-hour gusts of wind every year, and that has a heavy impact on some of our corn. And so this is kind of what we look at to see what we're going to grow this next year. And so some do better than others. Um, if you're looking at this for, a drought tolerance, both of these do pretty well at surviving drought. And so we've grown 1366 for quite some time, and it does very well for us. I think we can get above 260 average on our corn with this product, and so it does very, very well. And so there are just minor tweaks to each corn variant to make it just a little bit better. And so this is kind of what we look at to see what we're going to grow this next year. And so if you want to just kind of go through this and look at how, how it performs, this is how it does. But anyway, could we survive without GMO corn? No, not a modern farmer. Modern farming requires genetically modified corn. And the fact that they're trying to leverage this is pretty much saying that I don't even care about my own people. That's what Mexico is doing right now. They are going to significantly impact their own people to get what they want. And they'll also affect their neighbor. And so the trade wars have started to happen, and farmers are going to have to pay close attention to what is going on these next few years. And this is one of the reasons why it looks kind of bleak for farmers.